Okay, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Howdy, folks. Hey, RC Eagle. Hey, Wook Central. Hey, GJ and Cetrol. Hey, Hobo Banana. Hey, Howie and Kittrell and John. Folks, it's Wednesday. It's still Wednesday in some parts of the world. Barely. So today, we are going to be focusing on configuring this thing. So I'll go over what I did over the last couple of days. And then we'll get it moving today, hopefully. Hey, Cero Makes and Tuxedo. Hey, the Ranch Kid and TJL. Hey, Sipple and China Drum. Yeah. Hey, Kenneth. So what I did, let's see, in between streams, and I moved my camera and forgot to move it back. So, hey, Cliff. So finished up the wiring underneath. A and B steppers and extruder stepper wires are ran. Hey, Nemi. Hey, John and Cliff and Lord Gitface and Queasy Diver. What else did I do? Mostly it was running wires and getting the gantry wire stuff set up. So extruder wire is here hanging out. That's where it's going to peek out from the back panel, and it runs up the side here through a behind a slot cover. So it comes under a slot cover here, then up the side, and it'll go through a slot here. You'll see it on the back here, but that's okay. Possible the winners in chat right now, yeah. So this, as a quick, this is the development Voron 2 donated by Max RCF Russian cat food to be raffled off for the benefit of Sanjay Mortimer Foundation. There is a link in the description to purchase your own chance to win this printer. So it's been a whirlwind of last couple of weeks getting this built and getting it ready to, the plan is to take it to Manchester and do the drawing on Sunday, March 8th. So there is an additional links in the description, our usual roll of Polymaker filament, and then entries. I given away entries into this raffle. I'm not sure how many I'm going to give away today because the plan is to finish this off on Sunday. So the last stream in this series will be Sunday. There's a couple of reasons for that. I don't want to rush to try to get anything done today. I don't want to overextend myself, and that'll give us a good amount of time on Sunday to polish up a couple of things and get it printing, and then we can chat about it on Sunday. And then the following Sunday, we'll be back on the Stealth Changer build. So, Tuxedo, it is in Manchester, yep. Hey, Gurgman. Hey, nice. So, hopefully, just kind of chill tonight, get a few things, get it configured, get it homing. That's the plan. The goal is to get it to home today, and we'll get it printing on Sunday, and that'll be it. We'll be done. One thing I do have to do that I noticed is I had to switch to taller bed standoffs because the ones that were on this printer were 8 millimeters tall, and the ZN stop was colliding with the heater on the bed. So going to 10 millimeter tall and standoffs corrected that. But now these have a larger diameter around the bottom. So it collides with one of the screws on the ZN stop. So I think I'm just going to grind a flat spot in this standoff so it can go in there without any problems. Hey, Mike. Hey, another CG. There'll be breaks for tea time at the show. I always wanted to do the English tea and biscuits thing. You can make your own break anytime you want, Howie. What else did I do? That was one thing that I noticed that I have to manage. So, yeah, other than that, everything is, I put a couple of different zip tie anchors on here, so all the wiring is all managed. Nice. Oh, one more thing to show off before we get going. I had talked about, and I showed on Sunday, the Gyro the Dodo print. This is interesting, and this is the PVA supports. It does not stick to itself even very well. This just shredded coming off of the print. Hey, Mr. Robert. So this is the print that finished on Sunday that I didn't remember to show, but that's what this is. This just peels off of here. I don't want to do it because I kind of want to leave this one intact for a little while, not take the supports off, but that's what it looked like coming off the printer. And this stuff just, you can kind of see the infill shape there. It just peels off and doesn't even stick to itself very well. I'm surprised it does this well, but I am super pleased with how that print turned out. Over 1,500 filament changes or tool changes each, and 27.5 hours. Almost looks like pasta nest, and it smells like wood glue. It really does. It smells just like wood glue. Okay. Let's get it powered on. To do that first, I need to put the SD card back in. So I just did wrote the Pi image. So Tuxedo, wood glue is polyvinyl acetate, right? And PVA filament is polyvinyl alcohol. I could be getting that mixed up, but the A is different. They're different. I mean, they're very similar, and it smells. I mean, you can tell from how it smells, but the A is slightly a different thing. Cool. Okay. So SD card in there, power to the Pi, everything's hooked up. We tested power last time with stuff disconnected, at least the Pi disconnected. So let's go ahead and get it powered on. Bed, it's 1 a.m. here. Oh no, that is not nearly enough sleep there, Nice. That is not nice. Okay, we ready to go? Good view, just in case. Let's turn it on. It's powering on. And I've got some PVAC versus PVA. I've got some notes. So this is a Taco Raven. For anybody that hasn't been here, this is a board that was developed in-house by the Voron team around 2019-ish. The board was donated by Max as well for use in this printer. The It was never mass produced though. Only about 20 of these exist is what I'm told. Ish. There is a there is a GitHub repository for it if anybody wants to go poke around. It's right there. But documentation is a little spotty. But I went into the archives of the Voron Discord and grabbed some tidbits that I think hopefully will be enough to get us moving and get things going. So let's see if this has, let me rearrange my windows here. Let me get things, I think I want all of those up. Here's a quick here. Over $5,253 earned towards the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation. I just put in the one for the winner from Sunday, just here before stream. So information here, this link is in the description. So raffle tickets, you get, there's a scaling factor here. You can get 150 entries for $85 or 10 entries for $10 and a scale in between. So you do not need to be present to win this printer at in Manchester, and SMF will ship it anywhere in the world. So you do need to be present to win the raffle entries today on the stream. Let's see here. I am super convenient or creative in my printer naming. So I just called this thing Voron 2. So it's up. So the Pi is up and running. I flashed this right before stream. I didn't want to wait, spend time on stream doing it. Hey, Pink Floyd. Welcome. Glad it's helpful. Or I hope it's helpful. You just said you're watching it. You didn't say whether it was helpful or not. Okay, it is up and running. So let me find my notes on this. Let's go projects. I think I put them all in this folder. Taco Raven folder. So I've got, I think, what is this? Generic. This is the pin labeling. Where was the... Oh no, I thought I had a... It's a SAMD 51. Hey, pop away. This is a configuration. Let me see. I thought I had one that showed the Clipper firmware config bits. Why isn't that there? Did I save it somewhere else on accident? Oh well, I'll have to go finding it. I'll have to go find it. Hey Liz, welcome. Out of the way and get the keyboard over here closer to me. I will have to go find it. In the meantime, let's bring up a command window. Currently soldering a new NeoPixel harness for the high flow still burner front that I'll be putting on. Nice. Okay, SSH. Pi at voron2.local. Yes. Emoji. Okay, let's see what... Oops. Hey, it actually has some sort of Clipper firmware on it right now. Hey, GTR Dad. Hey, Caleb. It has something on there. Other than that, I haven't really loaded anything. This is just the Mainsail image, is all I installed here. So, we could just see if we can get it to see it at all with the current firmware on there, but we're going to need to update it anyway. It's very old. It is going to be the Sandy 51 in there, but I don't know which. So I'm going to have to go digging here. I thought I apologize. And I'm not going to be able to show this on screen. Hey, Reverend. My flight got changed again. See if it's in the... here's something. Okay, so set the processor model to 51N19. 51N19. Set the clock reference to internal clock. Clipper time. And processor, leave bootloader offset at 16. Processor speed. Is there an option there? I don't know what it is. Standard. We'll leave it at standard. Hey, Natal. Thanks for being a member. Hey, Rudy. Hey, don't knock it. USB. And I don't think we need to do anything else. And flashing works the same way as for the Duet. So how do we flash for... Is there... We do not have that, so we need to... If this is showing up in here, there it is. There's our Duet. And how do we flash? Does anybody have, real quick, documents for flashing Clipper to a Duet? Where can I find that? Oh, let me get my settings over here. Anybody have any quick info? Hey, Adam. Let's see. Who would have that? Is anything on the Clipper docs? Flash, Clipper to Duet to Wi-Fi. Hey, Panzerkaden. Haven't seen you on there in a while. Tuxedo, man. It was in Manchester last year, too. Smurf was at Manchester. It was in Oxford the first year, and then it's been at Manchester last time and then this time. Where did I find the instructions for this before? Hey, Andrew. I'm going to struggle here a little bit. It's been a while since I've done a Duet. This does not have a SD card either, so I don't know if it needs... Sunday the day that all the giveaways, awards, and events happen. I would imagine most of them. Hey, Arco. Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill, do you remember how to flash Clipper to a duet, basically? Well, let's find out. Let's do this. Make. Looking in the docs here to see if there's anything. Hey, RJ. Not duet. I've done it to duet. It's just... I don't know what happens if we actually... Let's just see if it, since it already has Clipper on it, see if it'll do this. You have a CAD of the clicky and a 2.4 that you would be able to send me. CAD of clicky and a 2.4? I'm not sure exactly what you're asking for there. I'm not sure exactly what you're asking for there. I don't have any 2.4 CAD that has a clicky in the CAD file. Oh, did that work? Hey, says done, says successful. Okay, awesome. I still have that in the clipboard, so we should be able to go here and go to machine. Oh shoot, I forgot to do this. We might have to do that again. I forgot to update. Let's refresh this. I forgot to update. I'm at the stage in 2.4, building the stealth burner and the clicky probe. Well, the instructions are tough for a newbie. Well, I mean, my early, very early streams installing a clicky, there is a stream on that, and the general process hasn't really changed. Okay, so we are, where's Clipper? 320, I mean, it's fine. Let's update it all real quick. Start the update. Some streams on the clicky way back. It has been a while. It has been a while. Yeah, what part of it is a challenge? You're looking for the gantry dock or the tool head mount? Oops. All right, resize windows here. Back to where they were. Let this update. While that's updating, I've been collecting and, hey Garrett, collecting parts for the spool bot, collecting and printing parts. Okay. Have you guys seen the spool bot? Little robot by Matt Denton. It's got parts and pieces and goes on a cruciment spool. That's still updating it. Controller for it. This little hot RC controller is pretty inexpensive, but it looks pretty nice and compact. This is the main board, motor controller and stuff. This just got here today, just arrived. What is it? Romeo Mini is the controller. And that actually has, I mean, it has all the inputs for the encoders that are on these motors. What do I have here? Some magnets, the all-important googly eyes. Hey, birded printer. These. That's still updating, so we're not losing any time here. Little DC motors with encoders for it. So these things are not cheap. They're like 60 bucks each. If you go to printables, the files for this are the featured model on there right now. Yeah. Poly stuff, not cheap. Yeah, Pololu, however you say it. Pololu. Might be able to do at least some of that build on a Wednesday stream. Not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, assuming the rest of the parts get here. I'm waiting on some weird size bearings from AliExpress that have shipped, but hopefully they get here in a reasonable time. This is still going. I'm gonna let Max know in case he hasn't seen this. Oh, it's doing. It only had 77 system updates. Hopefully this won't be like 40 minutes like the last one. What was the one we did that on? Oh, there we go. Error updating Mainsail. Of course it did. Because it does. Let's do it again. I get that error updating Mainsail often. Have you used the Nighthawk toolboard on the Stealth Burner as an easy install? Looking to remove my cable chain. Yeah, it's an easy install. Any of the toolhead boards. I mean, the documentation, especially if you're following like Esoterical's CAN guide, the documentation makes CAN a whole lot more friendly to use. Is this going to air out again? Fair, I will get broken cables mid-print. There's some assembly care that can be taken to minimize that, Turner. Nighthawk is not CAN bus, it's USB. But I'm talking about, I was saying in general, the USB boards are pretty good. Hey, Plum. I think this is going to air out again. Just gotta wait. Oh. I'm tired. 25% off hot sauce. No code needed. There you go. Has you closed for the past month. That's a bummer. You can still make it, just no walk-ins. How much, what are you able or willing to share the percentage of your business online versus walk-in? I imagine online is the vast majority of it. Come on, cancel. Timeout, whatever. Oh, 95% online. Okay, that's not surprising. Okay, so now we're just gonna say, forget that. Let's go Clipper. Start the update. What's your go-to sauce, Panzerkatten? What's your go-to sauce on eggs? Moonraker. I just do Pueblo Red on eggs. That's my go-to. Pueblo Red on eggs. Yep. Yep, Pueblo Red or the Pueblo Reserve, which I haven't tried on eggs. I'm a wimp when it comes to spice, though. I'll take a little bit of spice, but yeah. Pueblo Red's about perfect. Hey, Steven. For another restock here in 2 months. Bring the whole Voron cruise. Nice. I don't go through it very fast. One container would be perfect. Hey, Nemesis. Came at the spice duck. Peach sauce for special situations. I think I have some of the, is the peach in there? Maybe it's the apple one I'm thinking of. Wow, this is taking a long time for a Moonraker install. It's going, but I wouldn't have expected this to take this long. There we go. And let's try Mainsail again. Come on. Okay. Let's go main. Cell docs. And updates. Manual update. Mainsail. Here we go. Copy that. We'll do this. The manual update. Let this finish timing out again. Hey, Martin. Come on. I bought the boxes. I bought boxes so I can make a good box, hopefully, to take this with me. Then I need to find some LDPE packing material to encase it in between it and the box. Sure would be nice if there was a cancel. Jose! Howdy, howdy. Yeah, I will be printing some braces going here too, Garrett. Yep. It will be a process, prepping it once it gets there, and then prepping it again to send it on its way. Rogue, welcome. I'm waiting for Mainsail to time out again before I manually update it. Extra pack of zip ties. Yeah. It's probably going to go to its destination in 2 boxes, I think. These panels have to ship separate. The bed has to ship separate. So it'll be at least 2 boxes. So it'll probably be, yeah, it is scary to ship. It'll probably be bed, display, all the other miscellaneous stuff in a box, and then maybe panels in its own box or something. Oh, there we go. Why can't you pack them in one box? Well, the bed, I guess I could put the panels and bed and stuff in one box properly packaged, but I'm not going to ship the bed anywhere near the printer, because that's what put the bent and tri-bent. Okay, so let's just do that. This is the Mainsail manual update process. Mainsail, let's refresh this, and that should say up to date. Hey, Mad Cat. Clipper, Mainsail config is up to date. Moonraker is up to date. Those are the things that matter. Yep, good. Up to date. So let's just get these other things up to date. If the bed is secured on the extrusions inside the printer, it shouldn't come off, right? Yeah, when that heavy plate gets knocked around, it would have to be very... I would be worried about the angle brackets on the end actually shifting out of place. There's enough force there. I'm not going to risk it, is the bottom line. I'm not going to risk it. Okay, we'll get everything up to date. And then we should be able to make clean. Oh, nope. Make sure all that's good, and should be able to do that again and get it up to the very latest. The panels in bed can easily be securely packaged. Yes, you're absolutely right, Tuxedo. I can get the rest of it probably in another box. I don't have that box. I'll leave that up to E3D to figure out, SMF to figure out. I'm going to be packaging all that stuff in my checked luggage. This will be a checked box. My checked luggage will have the bed and stuff in it, and hopefully a spool bot. I'm not going to have much room for clothes, so if I smell, forgive me. Is it going to do it? I did it the first time. I'm sure they'll be happy too. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, Raj. Hey, Burge. Why is this? Something's not right. Oh. Connection reset. Okay. Do like a good stout. What's going on? Just on the network. Something happening. Plants. It is not showing as an online device. Reboot. Rutrow is right. Let's try this again. There we go. Nope, that's wrong. There we go. Oops. Let's just try this again. Nope, it won't do that. Unless... Okay. Now let's try it again. Hopefully it's recoverable. That's not looking good. It didn't do that before. That purple text there. I don't think that was there the first time we did this. Yeah, something's going on. it's going to disconnect again. The only one that scrolls in the printer. Yeah, it's disconnected again. Okay, let's power back on. I've already, theoretically, if the first flash worked, then it has a new version of Clipper on it. So let's get the configuration on there and see if it'll show up. Hey, Brent. Get the configuration on there and see if it'll show up, and then we'll figure out where to go from there. Okay. So let's try this again. So we're here. So now I want to upload a file. Max Taco Raven. I don't know which one I wanted to use. Let's go here. Let's look at this. Yep, that's still there. So let's just do a save and restart and let's see what happens. Oh yeah. This is old Clipper config, so I'm sure there's some this is pre-rotation distance. So we're going to be looking at step distance and stop. So we need to put in all the rotation distance stuff. Right? What is here? Let me just bring up another printer. Gray printer here. Rotation distance, micros. Here we go. This little bit right here. That. Go. Sure. Interpolation false, run current. Oh, micro steps doesn't go down here, right? Get it out of there. Stepper Y. Oh, step distance. Is there a step distance up here? Step distance is not there. There. Stop pin. Okay. Let's get it out of here. We're hoping to make it go burr today. At least, something like that would be acceptable. Oh, this is wrong for Z. I recognize that. Rotation distance is wrong. These should be the rotation distance should. But what is it? Gear ratio 5:1. Is that right? Double check. Let's go V2 green. We sound like an old Chevy trying to start in cold temps. Yes. Okay. Oh no, it's still trying. Oh, is that off? That printer is turned on. Why isn't it coming up? Do I have that right? Should be 45:1, all that stuff, I think. This will go down. Z1. There. And Z2. And Z3. Go. Oh, there's probably something else that's going to be. Give us an error. Yep. What is it? Microception. Oh, an extruder. I didn't do it in extruder. How do you know what to edit? Just experience and recognizing that if I screw something up, I'll be able to fix it. So just over time, Klipper has deprecated some features, changed some features. I happen to know that the rotation distance configuration, the example config that I'm using here predates the rotation distance configuration. Extruder. So all of this, why is that in there twice? That's funny. So that can go there because that's all still going to be the same. But rotation distance is going to be what, 2.226, whatever. I'll change that. And it's what are we doing here? That is gear ratio 5:1 still, or is that a 22th we put on here? Is it a 16 or a 20 on here? I'll figure that out. It's not important right now. Hey, Troy. But micro steps down here is important to get rid of. Okay. Let's save and restart. We're just trying to get happy Klipper. We're not happy Klipper right now. Mesh min in section bed mesh must be specified. DO is still into collecting parts and figuring out my print settings phase, Brent. Mesh. Bed mesh. Probe. Extruder 0. Why? Oh, okay, that's fine. Why does that say extruder? I'm probably going to start over on this at some point. Quad gantry level. There's no bed mesh. Oh, homing override has a bed mesh clear in it. That shouldn't matter. Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna comment out that. We don't need a bed mesh for our testing today. Step pin is not valid in section extruder 0. That is not what that should look like. Why isn't this coming up too? Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of that 0. I don't know what this verify heater extruder thing is. I've never seen that or used that. Let's try this. Could not find config section extruder 0. That was my bad. Where are you? Extruder. There we are. Save and restart. Good night, Raj. Unknown temperature sensor. Well, that's not what this is anyway. They changed that. So that's one of those deprecated values. Instead of where this is NTC 100K beta 3950, I think they replaced that with generic 3950 at some point. Let's go Clipper. See you, banana. And config reference. Config reference. And NTC. Let's see if that comes up. Here we are. So 104 NT. This guy here is what I want. Copy. And paste. There we are. And probably something, I don't know what this bed heater is. I'm sure it's not whatever that is. So let's just put generic 3950 just for now. I'll change that when I figure out what it actually is. Okay, pressure advance, look ahead time is not valid in section extruder. Okay. Hey, Clownhammer. Pressure advance, look ahead time. Just get rid of it. Save. What's next? Option samples is not valid in quad gantry level. Samples is not valid? What do they call that now? Quad gantry level. What do they call it? Retries. Is that what it? No, that's not it. Quad gantry level. Oh, is samples. Samples is probably in probe. It probably takes whatever is in probe, right? It's probably another change in the config. Is sample retract distance. Yeah, that would be horizontal move. No, that's all in. That's all. That's probably going to give me an error too. Let's find out. Sample retract distance. Is that going to be the next error? Yep. Okay, scroll right to it. Speed and horizontal move Z. Are those correct? Horizontal move speed. Yep. Okay. Save and restart. Connection failed. Why? It said sample retract distance. It said no. Mm-hmm. I am thinking I'm not sure I trust this pie. Okay, so let's power this off and do a quick swap out. I have several. I'm just going to grab another pie right here. We're going to just swap the SD card into... This is a Pi 3. It's the one that came with the machine from Max. But I'm just going to plug in another one right next to here. Plug all the things in. Just plug this all in right next to here and power it on and see how it behaves. I like Pi 2. I go for Apple. Apple over cherry, for sure. For sure. Oh, banana cream, absolutely. I was only given apple or cherry as the options. I would not go to either of those when banana or coconut or something is available. There we go. Thanks for the super sticker there, Adam. Pumpkin or sweet potato? I do like sweet potatoes, but pie? I've never had sweet potato pie. Bumbleberry. Okay, that is there. We are back in. Can we reconnect here? What is our new error? Sample retract distance. It didn't save because I removed that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this isn't a good sign. Did it corrupt that file that I just spent all that time editing? Oh, there we go. Let's see what it's going to do now. Get pie. Something is going on. This is not... Yeah, this is a second pie. I'm not sure it's the pie at this point then. Is there something going on with the controller? Yeah, it's resetting the pie. This is a fresh flash on this SD card. The Pi's being powered by a meanwhile 5-volt power supply. Oh. There's no screen. No screen connected yet. That's probably true, Brent. Neither, Zura. Neither. To a USB cable that's not been clipped. Okay, let's get back in here. Let's get back in here and let's save out. Oops. Let's save out the work I've done. Let's download this. Let's just save it here. Let's save out the edits I've done. If it's oh shoot. Was blocked. Keep. I hate that. I hate that. That's caught me a couple of times. I am getting previously undervolted errors. I spent so much time on that power supply. It's putting out 5 volts. It's been a while since I've caught one of your streams. What are we up to today? Working on the flashing and configuring this Taco Raven controller that is not behaving. Hey, Joey. This was putting out 5.07 when I measured it. The 5 volt supply. This particular USB cable that I'm using, I have used on a printer before. So it's crashing. So this is a controller issue. It could be voltage related. I get that, but this is crashing the moment it's trying to actually communicate. So right now, up until this point, we're getting errors in configuration checks. But as soon as it tries to communicate with the controller is when it's crashing. And this is our configuration setup. But the only thing I don't know is if I've got the correct frequency. We might be able to. Can we check that? Will we be able to see any markings on the chip that would indicate what particular variation it is? I cannot see that at all. Let's see if I can get a... Maybe I can see it on my board. What does that do, KJ? Here, let's see something. This is a AT SAMD 51N 19A -U. Is that going to give me anything? Are all of those going to be 50 or 120 megahertz? Internal clock. The clock reference is internal clock. Oh, there's been some interesting rework on this one. I never noticed that before. Some little rework jumpers there and there. I don't even want to think about the prospect of not being able to use this controller. I don't even want to think about that. From the documentation I found, this is the configuration setup that I should use. And it did flash the first time, but now when I try to flash it again, it crashes the Pi. Now when I try to flash it, it crashes the Pi. I don't want to think about that either, Travis. This controller worked. Yeah. The chipset too old now to handle the current firmware? No. I'm using a Meanwhile RS-25 to power the Pi. It worked. I get it. I get it. If this doesn't work now, then I'm screwed for this build. I have to redo every bit of wiring if this doesn't work. I have to put something else in here. Stopping. I've never actually had to stop Clipper before flashing. I'll do it. It might do it, but I've never noticed a difference. I always forget. And I've never had it fail. Let's try this again. It's not going to be a Clipper version. I mean, this processor can handle the latest version of Clipper, no problem. It's not going to be that. I've tried, this is the second Pi, the Reverend. Nope. It's gonna fail. Same SD card, yes. But when we first started here today, we successfully flashed Clipper to the controller. It went through, it finished, successful. The board is not being powered by USB. I don't really want to go chasing obscure potential issues on stream. I don't think it's likely that it's the SD card here. The Pi status ID light is off. It's off right now. Hey, Phil. We can't get up high enough in this to see my previous. No. The buffer isn't long enough to see the previous success. Just all the same. Can boot. No, it won't ping. No, I mean it doesn't show up on my network. It's not. It'll crash that back to the command prompt here in a minute. Yeah, there we are. And then we can't reconnect. It'll just time out. Hey, Dave. They're not fun right now. Not fun right now. I'm not sure what to do. I don't know if I was able to write to it once and it's the wrong settings. I don't know. What? What is this about Wi-Fi dates and times and crap? I'm powering it back on. Yep. How do I check what the local time is on this? Oh, there it is. Wednesday, February 11th. At 515. It's not significantly off. That's not off at all. 527. Yeah. Why sync what? Why? I just did. Okay, I'll let the buffer catch up. I'll let the buffer catch up. What is a boot? Explain to me what a boot log is going to show us. We have an issue where we try to access the controller and the Pi crashes. Time isn't off. Okay, what am I doing here? Is there a sudo kernel ctl -in100? I'm not having a whole lot of fun right now, but that's okay. You got to go through the pain before the fun of fixing the problem, right? Does anybody see anything here? This is all from the current session. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm looking for. Is that 2 dashes or is that just 1 dash? Two dashes. No, I don't know. That's all I get. Dash dash boot. Words get 2, single letters get 1. Good to know. Thank you. I'm not sure what to do here. We can try hooking up my other thing, see if it'll flash on USB power only. See if we get different behavior. Shut it down. Oh, I didn't see what you wrote there before I shut it down, KJ. I want to see what happens when we... Let's see if it'll go. I don't even know if it'll power up. via just USB enough to flash it. I don't see a USB power jumper. Let's just see. We get something. Oh, you don't see that. Got a light. If disk space general was off, I wouldn't, yeah. Do you have a minimal clipper printer config to validate it isn't something in the configuration versus something in the firmware? I don't know why it would crash when you try to flash, Bill. I think that's the root issue that I'm struggling with here. Okay, so I can see my Taco Raven. So do I dare try to flash it? Or how do I roll back to the previous version? Can someone guide me through how to roll back to the previous version of Clipper? Do you know what version was, or do we need to find that out? We'll need to find that out. Is that right? Is that correct? Mainsail running on this Pi should see the version in the MCU list. Well, you see the... Well, you don't see the MCU because it's not activating. But I didn't try before I tried to flash it to the newer version of firmware, and then it crashed. So C8032 is the previous version. Doesn't it under the advanced menu? Yeah, I'm not installing Kio. This isn't a tough thing to do otherwise. The new Rev 4 cartographer has an issue where if you set the SPI to the old Rev 3 config. But just flashing this is crashing, Nemi. Just trying to flash the firmware to this is crashing now. So I think that takes it out of a config issue. So I want to take the Clipper version back. Well, here we can also do this. We're going to get an error here. Let's, I want to go in here. We're still going to get errors. I want to get this because this hasn't been saved, which is a little weird, right? Because I'm saving it. Basically, it does a git pull. Okay. Right, but what command do I use to do that? KJ. Okay, this is okay. I want to see what this other this guy looks like. I'm not going to flash firmware anything. I just want to see what this git checkout. Save and restart. Okay. Well, this is good because this, I mean, this is progress from what we had before. I want to go through the same thing I did before. So git checkout C. Node you're going to create, it's now at, okay, so if I go here, I just want to see this. I just want to see that it's telling me it needs to update now. I probably have to restart. Okay, so that is the previous detached head. It's okay, but that's fine, right? So I can come back here and make sure all this is what it should be. Let's flash this version to this controller and see if we end up with two borked controllers or not. I'm never going to use this controller. It's going to go in a shadow box. Nope, it's... Well, I don't know if that's an indicator or not. I don't remember the purple text before. It's a thing. We got that can boot error, but this, see? So now, there, that worked. So that worked. So let's shut it down and reflash this other controller and see if it's what people were saying earlier, if it's a version issue, something in the new version. Progress. No. Stream brain, sorry. That was my gray trident. Firmware restart. No, it failed. That was stream brain. But I'm still getting activity on the Pi. I was getting it. It went away. No, I don't think that fixed it. That didn't fix it. It's got the same problem with this other board now. That joy was short-lived. You're right, Phil. The MCU device ID would have to be updated in a config. No, I don't know why. Why would it need to be? They are dated paperweights right now. All I have set processor model to that, set the clock frequency to internal clock, and leave the bootloader offset at 16K. Flashing works the same way as for the Duet. That's the documentation I can find. Okay, how do we... Is there any good docs out there for... Is there anything here? Hey, buddy. Now, let's look at the... Oh, Duet. Generic Duet. Duet 2. Clipper won't recognize it. Oh, I fixed that. Don't knock it. I changed that in the config. I fixed that. Well, would that be work with... This isn't an STM chip, Phil. This isn't an STM chip. Hi, Oscar. What's up, buddy? Where... How do we put the Duet into bootloader mode? How do we flash it in bootloader mode? This is dangerous. Forgot into open, yeah. I'm outside of my realm here. I don't know anything about this board. I don't know what the proper way to flash it is. Maybe I did wrong. Maybe flashing it the way I did screwed it up. Arm. Obtain a bootloader. Several bootloaders are available. Sandy must be completed with start address. To flash an application. Did I power this thing? I guess I might as well. Let me plug this back into the original one. And let's see, there is a boot button on here. Let's hold it down while I power it up. And see if that puts it into some sort of DFU mode. Yeah, I suspect it's fixable too. I'm just far outside of my comfort zone for this. Let's do this. Oh, you'll find that one later. That'll be a special surprise treat. What's the main board? It's a Taco Raven. Treat break. One more. There you go. An original Voron board. Yeah, that's what I was going to check here, Bill. I was just taking the treat break. Let's go. That's gone. Let's go back. No, holding down the button while powering on did not put it in DFU mode. What if I just hit it once? Hitting it once does not put it in DFU mode. Hey, Bob. It does need a taco hat. I don't know this. I don't know enough about this. Is this the correct? It's wired as a reset. Don't make it stay in the bootloader. Okay. Make flash runs that BOSAT command automatically. Then I don't know what's going on. Docs. He's done anything. He wouldn't have is the problem there. It's worth a shot, but yeah, I don't think he's had any experience with this. I wonder, I mean, it is worth maybe looking. USB hardware configurations. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought. I don't see Duet isn't in the list here. So yeah, something's still working, but as soon as I try to access it, I mean, it's there. But as soon as you try to do anything with it, it resets. I'm willing, KJ. I'm willing. I mean, as long as I have filament and raffle entries to give away, people will hang around for a little bit. Taco Raven. Taco Raven. See? See? Right there. Taco Raven. Might be typos there. Let me get my test bench up. Are you typing something in that's getting blocked, KJ? Because it sounds like I'm missing some of what you're trying to say. It does not have catapult. Not even going to try to put catapult into this equation right now. There might be stuff that YouTube is blocking, Bill. Are you on my Discord, KJ? The stream chat in Discord is a good spot. I'll just sit here and pet Oscar. So what does that do? Hey, Kiwi. ST-Link the firmware to the board and it'll be quicker. ST-Link is for STM MCUs, right? Or am I wrong? I assume this is you that typed this, KJ? So here, an old handle. Dude, you are a pain. Has there been any more information about Voron 2.5 or there is a Voron 3.0. There is a Voron 3.0 coming. Built-in test console for talking to the MCUs. Oh, okay. No such file or directory. Well, it's there. There is no console.py there though. Is it Clipper? I don't see console in there. Oh, WH console? WH console? Yes, Bob, you're right. You are purring like crazy. They just talk us specifically GitHub search is useless. Oh, where are we? What are we gonna try? What can we try? Unable to connect. So this is all, I'm pretty sure everything right now is all directly MCU flash issues. Someone said double tap, it didn't do it. Just trying to get caught up. Was there an attempt to flash by card? So there was a successful flash, but now the Pi resets when we actually try to access the MCU. See you, Robert. Yeah, there's Adafruit Metro M4 board uses the same MCO, so I know enough stuff about that board. Yeah, but it depends on what pins they connected in the board design. I expect the SAM is dragging down VCC. Here, we can I, let's try something. So I remember seeing a warning about this. Let's see what KJ is saying. Isolate USB properly. The pins are super sensitive about that. And what you're saying there, KJ, I will try. Let's try running a wire from, maybe I can run it from here to the ground on this power supply. So we have the same reference ground between these two pieces. Yeah. Maybe tape off the 5-volt pin on the USB cable. Let me try running a ground wire between these two. I think. Oh, let me shut it down properly. There's a little bit of chatting going on in the stream chat that I'm paying attention to. But, okay, how am I going to best do this? I am going to do a quick bodge solder job. Because getting this power supply out is a pain. I just need some wire. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to connect those two. Here we go. This will be quick. Haven't figured out the problem, but I'm trying something. Because I do remember browsing through the old archived dev channel on this, some talk about the grounds, which is so I'm going to, because getting to the actual terminals on this power supply is nearly impossible. I'm going to quickly solder to the negative terminal on this little breakout board and then run the wire over to the main power supply just to give them the same reference. Which one is it? Right there. It's out of the way because cat. Go. Get a little thing there. Okay, and worth a shot. There. Negative sides of the power supplies are fed together. What am I missing? Okay. Let's just see if that made any difference. It's there. Get this out of the way. Power it on. So the alternative here is I put in a different controller and I send this Taco Raven with the printer because okay, that should be up. Let's get my keyboard back down here. It is not, I mean, it's not working. I don't have enough resources for Clipper. This is not a resource-starved processor. It's the same thing they use on the Duet too, and it works fine on Clipper. Okay. Taping will probably keep the lower voltage side from booting. If it is missing from the device list, LSUSB, then taping wasn't necessary. What are we talking about taping? Should I be trying to tape off a... So all the steppers make sense or DNS. Thought you did. I did not tape. It'll work normally without any screen and cam connected. There's no screen or cam connected right now. Code in the chip starts the whole shebang up. UF2 style is nice. USB exhibits USB drive. Backpage, stuff and draw. I'm trying to pay attention to all the chats. Let's see what this does. If it ends up just watching the activity light on the Pi, I guess. It is giveaway time. Activity light's still going. When it was crashed before, it had turned off. Activity light's still going. Is the terminal responsive to new lines? Should it be? No. Nope, it's crashed. The activity light's still on, but any suggestions before we do a giveaway and just call it? I'm gonna have to consult with. It's on solid. Yeah, it's on solid. Yeah, it's crashed. Okay, let's give away a couple of things. I haven't touched Phoenix in a while. I've been far too busy on too many projects to touch Phoenix. Ooh, sushi sounds great. Solid green is bad. Okay. I'll have to power it off then. Let's give away some filament. I'll put it in a taco shell. Got no direct experience. Okay. Thanks, Phil. Thanks for checking. It was manually set to solid. Yeah. Okay. Let's give away a roll of Polymaker filament. 168 of you are here, but there are 80 likes. Can we get that up there to 50%? Oh, I'm not going to break anything. This little monster who keeps walking in front of me. There we go. General rule of thumb is to trim the PSU under representative load and rely on the fact that most parts allow a certain overage. I've just, if this is that sensitive to that, it's probably better to put a different controller in it. You go down there. If this is that sensitive, it's going to be better to put a different controller in it. It just adds a week to my prep time on this. And I don't have that kind of time. I just simply don't have that time. The idea of putting the Taco Raven in this was so appealing, but I'm very much losing enthusiasm on that completely. I do keep the garage door open, yes. I can try a Pi 4 in here and see if it makes any difference. Fix it when you send it to me. I can try a Pi 4 in here, but I'll do that off camera. I'm a little disappointed right now. A little bummed. Give it to the new owner to diagnose. And for a Leviathan and LDO PSU. No, I need to keep the rest of it. We'll see. I need to consult with Max, see what he thinks. There could be something I'm just missing that's unique to this board. Okay. Did we get those likes? We got those likes. Awesome. We lost a person. We got the likes. Polymaker filament giveaway. Let me get my die. Let's see how many times we get to restart the counter. I'm really not frustrated right now. I'm bummed because, oops, I don't really want to pick. I'm going to get a number. There we go. 2. We're going to restart it up to 2 times. You positive your menu config is good? No, but I don't have any great documentation to verify. So I'm going to need to check with, like, Max is going to be the person to check with. Yeah, I'll check with things, but at this point, it's fine. I'm just bummed. And rewiring this is not, I don't even know if I have enough wire right now. So, I am going to close this, the Polymaker filament part of the giveaway, in 3 seconds. If we haven't had any new entries. 3. And I only get to restart this twice. 2. I need a reboot. Yes. I was really hoping to make this thing home today. I was not expecting that. Don't knock it. Thanks for the gift of memberships. We have not had a single new entry in this whole time, so I'm just closing it. So. Okay. Let's create that. Cliff, you were first in. And Axiom got in the last one. We got 24 days until this thing has to be in Manchester. Actually, it's more like 21 days. So 1 and 24. Let's do a number between 1 and 24. Yeah. Hopefully I'll figure it out. Hopefully it's something. I just don't. We've butted our head against it for a couple hours. It's fine. It's fine. It didn't even get to. It didn't even get that far. Let's see here. 1 and 24. Dan, you said 11. We'll do 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. $13 is cursed. Who do we got? Sir McSquishy. Congrats. A roll of Polymaker filament if you're here. Are you here? You have 2 minutes to say something. Sir McSquishy. Sir McSquishy, are you here? We're going to give away 2 packets of raffle tickets right after this. So, Sir McSquishy, are you here? Sir McSquishy. Still around. So I'll work on this over the next couple of days, try to reach out, figure out. Hopefully we still are on track for printing with it on Sunday. If I can't figure it out, it's not printing on Sunday, I don't know yet what I'm going to do. Sir McSquishy, you have 45 seconds. Phoenix instead. I could go dual SKR 1.3s. That would be very era appropriate. I mean, I don't want to do dual ramps. That's that's just a step too far. There you are. Whew! You had less than 10 seconds. You had less than 10 seconds. Congrats. Okay. Let me get this all cleaned up. We are going to do, in the description is also a link to some Raffle entries to win this printer. Dual ramps on Arduino, yeah. How much rewiring? Oh, so Brian, that Taco Raven that Nero streamed is this board right here. Because that's where this board came from. It's from Taylor. This is that board because he donated it to SMF in the auction for in Oxford, and I won this in that auction. So that's the same board. Okay. Maybe he flashed it on stream. Maybe. I will check. That's a good call. SMF, here we are. We have responses. Since it didn't go over last time, I'm gonna roll again. I get to restart, not 3 times. 3, 2. Well, this is 2 different Taco Ravens I have here. Get 3, restart once. 2, forked by Taylor etching. 1. You. None. Okay. We are done. Whoa. Nope, no new ones. Okay, let's save. Let's link it out. Okay, who got in there first? China Drum. We're gonna do 2 of these. And Mike got in last. How's the raffle doing? The raffle is doing pretty darn good. Almost 5,400. We've gotten a few here during this stream. Awesome. Clipper bootloader page can help with flashing something enough to get it going. Yeah. Troy and Andrew, and so all these have happened since the stream. Awesome. Did I get those over here? There. And the last one, yep. And yep. Okay. Let's do a number between 1 and 17. I don't know why. Just 17. 1 and 17. Oh. Jody, you said 9. We'll do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and spin. Utils for those kind of chips with the pie. Stephen B. Stephen B. Congratulations. Are you here? Stephen B. Are you here? Congrats. You have won one of these, if you're here. Stephen B. Are you here? We're doing 2 50 packs of raffles today. We're doing 2 50 packs. There you are. Congrats. Okay, let's do that. And 16 for the bootloader, yep. And let's do a random number of shuffles and the next winner. Don't you sit there. What do we got? Gurgman? Gurgman! Are you here? I saw you earlier. Gurgman, congratulations. Are you here? Are you here still? Double tap, switch one to put in bootloader mode before flashing. That all depends on the board layout, Travis. So, there you are. Awesome. I closed that for some reason. No, I think Oscar closed that. Sitting in your truck at work. Nice. Dude. All over the keyboard. Congratulations. Those are the 2 I'm giving away here. While I'm here, before I forget, let me get the Sir McSquishy. Let me get your email out to you. And do here real quick. Sorry, will Flash use the bin files or the U2F file? Okay, Sir McSquishy, you should have an email. If you don't get it in the next couple of minutes, shoot me a DM. But nah. Stupid thing. I'll figure it out. So a couple of things to try. Try a Pi 4. Consult with Max or whoever. And I will update you folks in the stream chat. If you're not in my Discord, there's a link in the description. We are relatively active in there. Good information. So, I don't know what my last count was. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. This was a rough one, but I think we tried a few things. We will, yeah, Duet uses the same chip, or a similar one. So, I'm going to try some stuff in between. We will be back here on Sunday. One way or another, we'll be working on this, whether we're rewiring it to a new controller or something. But I will check stream chat. Thanks, Adama. Have a good rest of your week. See you Sunday and enjoy the build. Good night, everyone. Bye.